I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare.
Hey, good morning everyone. My name is Jimmy, and today we're going to be talking about how not to die when you're hauling a trailer. So the reason for this video is that in our third year, we had a very close experience with something called tongue weight. And I'm going to get to that soon. First and foremost, we're going to talk about how to properly set up a trailer, what are the 3 most important criteria, and how to make sure you're doing it safe, because it's dangerous stuff and you don't need a license to do this. Let's get into it.
Alright guys, so a few key components right here. So number 1 is this guy right here. So you gotta make sure if you're hauling heavy, you gotta make sure that you have your capacity on this guy right here to be able to take it. Right here, it's 16,000 pounds. So when you have a trailer right here that can hold 10,000 pounds with a skid steer like that, you gotta make sure that this right here is hollow, or not hollow steel, but just straight steel with that 16,000 pound capacity right there. Second thing is these chains right here, you don't want them too low, you don't want them riding on the ground, but you also want them to overlap. The reason for that is that if, for whatever reason, if this ball right here failed, or if this hitch right here failed too, that this whole thing would lie in between here and it wouldn't get onto the ground. That's one of the main reasons why you have the chains, and they gotta cross over. That's the second tip. Now the third key component right here is this right here that actually holds your whole thing in. This guy. You gotta make sure that this right here is locked in and this thing cannot come out. Every once in a while too, get a hammer, hit it on one side, hit it on the other side, move it around so it doesn't just rust to the thing. But that essentially is what's holding this whole component in. So you don't want that thing to break, and you do not want that thing to slide out. Here, so this guy right here determines if it's latched or unlatched. So this right here, it's latched on. You gotta make sure like when you're driving around, it's not gonna come up and fall off. Is you gotta put this pin right here through this hole, around, and lock it into place. Now this thing right here cannot come up. That's the most important part of when you're driving the trailer.
The second point here that I want to make is the tongue weight, and that's actually why we made this video. So to elaborate like a bit more on this happened about 2 years ago, and I was driving around a highway in Calgary called Stoney Trail. So it's about 110 kilometers an hour. And so I was just pulling around, I was going on a downhill, and all of a sudden I just feel like the truck itself just kind of like going back and forth. So I was just trying to correct it like left and right. I look in that mirror right here, and I see behind me the trailer's just like fishtailing back and forth. So it's never happened to me before. I wasn't actually too sure what to do. So I just like slammed onto the brakes. Luckily, we're going about 100 kilometers an hour. We didn't even roll over, but we just slid into like the very far ditch. And I was just trying to figure out what the heck actually happened, because this is probably about 2 weeks into like me ever like hauling any trailers. And it was my fault. I actually put that load in the trailer at the very far back instead of like on the axles. And that's what's causing the fishtailing to actually happen. And what made me understand this better is this video right here. I'm gonna make you watch. This is a very, very good video.
And by the way, if you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe to us. We're trying to grow our YouTube channel, and we really appreciate your support. So second, oh, stop it.
travel back in time.
So guys, this is way too much positive tongue weight. Look how close these chains are to the ground. Just barely hovering it. The truck is being pulled down way too much. There's way too much weight here. This weight's gotta be in the front axles. Now let's move forward a bit here. Here we go. See how the truck's lifted up? Too much negative tongue weight here. The majority of this weight is right on the one tire. You can see how it's lifted up that truck, and those chains are higher than they need to be. Everything is sort of at an incline. We need to back up just a bit more so the majority of the weight is right in the middle. Here we go. Nice center weight. A bit more on the positive side rather than the negative side. What's nice about our skid steer is the bucket lines up perfectly to where it needs to be. And right there is a well-loaded trailer. All right guys, so as you can see, I'm wearing a t-shirt, and yes, today is December 14th. We're having a little bit of the Chinook in Calgary right now. It's +6, so when the weather's nice, we need to advertise for some landscaping jobs. For the time being, some good skid steer work will keep us busy when it's not snowing. Also, we just want to say thank you guys so much for watching our video. We really appreciate your support. Once again, if you could like, subscribe, really appreciate it. We want to keep bringing you great content. Until next time, take care.